Welcome to this channel. So today I'd like to share with you that Qi guessing is toxic for Wing Chun. Meaning everything has to be accurate, no guessing. Wing Chun is not fantasy. Wing Chun is a martial arts. People get screwed if we are guessing things. Guessing meaning we are not sure, we don't know what it is. Now, if we look at the true ancient Chinese teaching, in Mandarin, over here it said, 知之为知之, 不知为不知, 是知也. This is the teaching of Confucians. It said that if we know, then we say we know. If we don't, then we say we don't. Okay? So, ancient Chinese is not like what today, everything is philosophy. Ancient Chinese is really straightforward, really accurate. No guessing. And over here, the ancient Chinese teaching is saying that 君子不隐其短, 不知只问, 不能自学. It says that a scholar, a gentleman, never will cover up one's weakness. If one don't know, then ask. If one don't know, then go learn. So this is the proper Chinese way. Not today's everybody have their 5 cents. Now, the reason I share this today, because since I share the video on for ancient Wing Chun replace Qi with VO2 max technique is not everything. Since I share this video, I got many response from our Wing Chun friends. And there are many things happen there. Many people, many Wing Chuners don't like it, that's for sure. Okay? And today I received another comment here. And after I look at that, for education purpose for everybody, I'm making this video. So now on, everybody know what is the truth. Now, I understand that these past few weeks or month, when I share the breathing and all sort of stuff, VO2 max, it's like in corporate. It get into the 4 phases of changing. The 4 phases of changing. The first phase is denial. The second is resistance. The third is explorations. And the fourth is commitment. And many of our Wing Chun friends and traditional Chinese martial art friends is in denial and resistance. That's why you can see all kinds of comments like this. So this video is not to blame anybody, but to use it as an education so that everybody can improve. Now, in this comment, first it said that in beginning he talked about techniques and you need concept behind it. This is just basic Wing Chun knowledge. I argue it need principle behind it and then concept after. But small matter. Main point here is he just saying what everyone already know. Well, when I read that, you know what I relate to? I related to this. You know, when I was in college, in Iowa State University, studying my engineering major, there's a movie, is Back to School by Ronnie Dangerfield. Okay, there's 1986. Okay, it's in my master degree type of time. Okay, my master degree time. And in this movie, so the professor says to Ronnie, they are going to make widgets. And then Ronnie asked him, what is a widget? And the professor said, widget, it is a fictional product. It doesn't matter. Okay? And Ronnie, our friend, of course, said that it doesn't matter. Does it matter? Okay? Bring that to the bank. Okay? So I still remember in the cinema, all our we college students laughing the hell out of it. Okay? Because what is widget? Okay? Now, all this about concept, everyone already know. That is exactly the widget type of thinking. Okay? So, let's look into it. Over here, it said basic Wing Chun. Okay? It is just basic Wing Chun knowledge. Basic Wing Chun. Small matter. Okay? And then it said that in beginning, he talked about techniques and you need concept behind it. Well, if one carefully, properly digests what I'm saying, it is not concept, okay? As in this video, okay? An upgrade Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao set soon will be shared. It is 1850 Xiu Lim Tao and sports science based. In this video, I explained that techniques is a function of momentum, and momentum is a function of breathing and cardiovascular and muscular endurance, and power is force multiplied by velocity. So this is not concept. It is momentum, breathing, your endurance, and many, many things. It's not just like widgets, okay? Widget is a fictional product. It doesn't matter. It can be anything, okay? No, it is extremely accurate and precise. If you don't have that, forget about your techniques, okay? As I share over here in this video, and also I share in here. Define it properly, okay? Now over here it said that main point here is he just saying what everyone already know. Well, everyone already know. Please show the evidence in the past 100 years, okay? Any evidence in the past 100 years who have presented as I have and who has developed it. Look into the video I just shared, the two internal art of ancient Wing Chun system revealed and mapped into sport science. Tell me which grandmaster who in Wing Chun have revealed to you on the Qi Lu or the breathing pathway or the ventilations pathway, and who revealed to you on the VO2 max, which is we now be able to map into VO2 max. And who has developed it? Who? Okay. So this is again, this type of thinking and commenting is exactly like this. Now widget is a fictional product. This type of thing is actually disaster. This is actually saying nothing. Okay. For any martial art, be it in Western boxing, BJJ or Kyokushin or MMA, they have all kinds of details because it's a technology. You need to know really clearly what it is. Not just saying like, oh, this is basic Wing Chun, everybody know, and then concept. So one need to be careful on that, okay? Martial art is not for movie making or pretend that we know things or make believe. Now, and continues, this person said, we have gone through this. This person said, but his conclusion not correct. He says replace Qi with VO2 max, but this implies that Qi equal to VO2 max. This is not correct. Well, this is making a conclusion without any evidence. Okay, as my example in, if we go to a patent court lawsuit, and the real one, you don't make conclusion. You present evidence. Let the judge make the conclusion whether you copy people's stuff or not. Okay, or you know what you're talking about. So, why replace Qi with a VO2 max? In this video, VO2 max is the standard of internal Wing Chun development. Fantasy lovers do not watch this. In this video, I present the why, what, how. This is the development of the Qigong. Disregard our, what type of Qigong, Buddhist, Taoist, you have to go through this, the process steps. And this is again the pathway of the breathing, ventilation, handling, or breathing pathway handling. And this is a rising, sinking. Please watch this video, okay? And how the entire thing can map into the VO2 max. Okay? So, for example, here, just very brief, please watch this video. The first thing here about the Tu Na, this is the breathing practice, and that is actually pointing at the lung capacity. If you want to talk about Qi, you need to first be able to develop your breathing mechanism, your breathing handling, or your breathing pathway. And then your awareness unify with the breathing. And then after you develop that, only that you can get to the awareness synchronize or unify with your Qi or your Qi flow state. So, putting something like that, replacing Qi with VO2 max, but this is simply that VO2 max equal Qi equal to VO2 max. This is not correct, but his conclusion not correct. Well, do you know how to develop Qi? Do you know how to evoke the Qi? Do you know what it is? And here is step to step, okay? Process step to process step. We know exactly what it is. We develop this, we know exactly what it is. That's why we know that we can use VO2 max, at least to the very basic, to check on one guy. Does one guy really have developed it, or one guy is just bullshit or nonsense or talking philosophy? Okay? So it is not like that. But his conclusion is not right. Well, will you be able to provide this? Have you trained it, developed it? So do you know why, what, how before talking? Okay? This is a really serious issue. That's why in the past 100 years or so, the Chinese kungfu go down to the tube. Because everybody is talking this way. One have no idea what is one talking about. As in here, one have no idea. You look around for past 100 years, who actually really tell you this and how that one can map into this. The ancient Chinese practice and the modern science, sports science. Okay? Now, go forward, it say that Qi also have Yi, or intent, as part of function. Qi also have Yi, or intent, as part of one function. Are you serious? Are you serious? Let's look into the process, okay, in this video, the process of development Qi. First is you need to train your breathing, okay, your respiratory mechanics. The second is you need to unify your awareness and your breathing. And the third is, only after you be able to achieve this, like with the training of the Buddhist teaching Anapanasati, get to the really in-depth, one be able to unify the awareness and the Qi. Now, or the qi flow. Now, where is this thing talk about yi? Where is it? It have nothing to do with yi here. Okay? Nothing to do with intent. Now, whoever wrote this, do not know about mind at all. Okay? So if anybody who study the Wing Chun Queen Art and Science or the 6 core element know that mind's element have 4 functions, namely the thinking, intention, visualization, and awareness. So if you want to deal with qi, you want to develop qi, you are using awareness. You are not using intention. Okay? Just get that straight. If one don't even know the 4 functions of the mind, forget about it. That's why, as in Zen, it said that if you open your mouth, you are already wrong. Why? Because you don't know what it is. When you want to say something you know. Okay? So talk only when one has developed the kungfu and clearly know what, why, how. Not those everything is taiji, qi, yi, hearsays. Those are pseudo-Chinese nonsense. Those are not Chinese at all. But who knows what, after the cultural revolutions in China, people start to talk this pseudo-Chinese nonsense. Okay? And of course, they never develop it. So that's why Xi Xiaodong call it a fake kungfu. That's what it is. Okay? Now, going even deeper, in the Wing Chun Inception, I clearly pointed out it is you get from, when you want to develop qi, a nurture qi, enter into natural world to nurture qi. Enter into natural world to nurture qi. It's like from this, using intelligence, using your intention, you want to drop that to enter this world like a baby. Okay? That's natural world. When the baby is sleeping. Okay? Now, if you want to look at the 1850s Wing Chun, Xu Lin Tao, this writing, it says, quiet the mind, return to awareness, standing in an equal shoulder stand. Now, if you want to get into, that's why I put it here, okay, the classic, the Yellow Emperor classic, it said that tranquilize the mind, qi will follow, keep essence spirit within. How could illness raise? Tranquilize the mind, qi will follow. Does it talk about intention? Yi? Over here, it said quiet the mind, return to awareness. Ji yi, hui shen, meaning that you drop your yi. Okay? Not using your yi. Only that way you can reach into the awareness state. So this is the awareness state you need. Tranquilize the mind, meaning you drop your whatever, your thought, your intention, your visualizations. You just have only the awareness there. Qi will follow. Okay? This is Yellow Emperor Classic. You want to go for the 6 Patriarch from Zen Sutra, the Sutra of the Zen. It said, with no thoughts of good and with no thoughts of evil, at just such a moment, there is Elder Huimen's original face. So all of this qi stuff, you are serious with it? When anybody talk about, oh, you need to have the qi lead yi and all this thing, you know they get stuck in here. You know they get stuck in here. Like most of the so-called internal art guy today get stuck in here. They have no way to know how to enter here. And yet the ancient is saying that you need, the teaching is you need to enter into here, need to drop all your thinking. Okay? So this is the problem. So that's why it is not those everything is taiji, yi, qi, hearsays, philosophy. Those are pseudo-Chinese nonsense. It never works. It's just somebody create those nonsense after cultural revolutions or after the Qing downfall, and just people, you can read the history since 1930s. Okay? Just create all kind of nonsense to screw things. So this is what it is. As again, what I say, the Zen saying, you open your mouth, you're wrong already. Why? Because you don't know. Now, Here again, he said that he is not scientist in this field, but too often he tried too hard to connect dots that all kind of stuff. I only say either he think too simple, or his understanding, or either is very, very limited or low to begin with, and he need more training both subject before present as expert. Okay, first of all, I'm a design engineer. I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a grandmaster either. As for the subject and the training, okay, this is the ancient Chinese. If you can check it, okay, all those ancient Chinese classic. This is, if you go train Anapanasati, deep inside there, you can get there, okay? If you really train in Taoist Qigong or Buddhist Qigong and so forth, you will know this. You know how to develop your breathing pathway. So that is what it is. Okay, so that's what I present. Okay, sure, it is a very, very limited and low training, because this is just a kindergarten for the ancient. But we present what it is as the ancients present, and also we walk our talk, walk your talk, show repeatable scientific evidence. Self-righteousness attack doesn't work in engineering. Well, if you be able to do this, and you be able to do this, and you can handle this, then you can show this. Okay, so it is not about number, it is the VO2 max. You can measure your VO2 max. You can measure your heart rate and your training effect in aerobic or anaerobic. Okay? Those are repeatable scientific evidence on the practice, okay, on the ancient. And you'll be able to present your heart rate handling and your heart rate variability, IMSSD, okay? See how from the 22.4 it raised up to the 29.9, okay? You want Qi? Once you get into awareness, you can raise your heart rate variability. Okay? So, sorry, it is not Yi. Okay? So, get this right. Okay? Get this straight. And until one be able to show the theory, the process of practice, and have the result to confirm it scientifically, one better don't say anything, okay? Because those things are just a self-righteous making belief, and it's going to screw other people. And of course, it is actually exactly violating the true ancient Chinese teaching. Here it said, if you don't know, you say you don't know. If you don't know, you just go learn and study, okay? Instead of playing expert. So today, we got this far already. We got the theory sorted out. We got the process sorted out. And we got the process mapped into sports science. And we be able to get result. Be it in the VO2 max, heart rate handling, and heart rate variability. Okay? Now, this type of stuff, of course, is just talk. It's just making claim, making accusation, but without any evidence. There is no the ancient evidence. There's no ancient process. There's no scientific verifications. And that's why people are stuck in here. They will deny, they will resist on using whatever reason. Okay? And of course, as what I say that I make this video for education purpose, not to attack anybody. When one get into this, you know that it is here already, okay? And so, we must give up those, or let go the Qing mindset, as what I explained yesterday. You know, those mindset as, yeah, I know it all. With the Qi and Yi, one can stop bullets. Like this boxer librarian people, okay? How much does he know about physics and the bullets and the ammunitions of the Western firearm? Okay? And just making a jump gun here on Yi and Qi can stop bullet, and yet have no idea on what is the ancient teaching of the Yi and Qi. So, seriously, you go ask around, okay? You go ask around, you go look around. How many really know this mind function? If you have no idea of the mind function, guarantee you are not going to get into the Qi development, okay? Because it's very clear already. The second step is awareness with breathing, not your intention, not your visualizations, not your thinking of your philosophy. Why? Because you want to travel from the intelligent world into the natural world. Like you get into a deep sleep. Okay? So when you get into that state, only you get into the state, your Qi surface. So get that straight, okay? And if you really can do that, you can check it out here. To the minimum, you can check it out with your heart rate variability and the drop of your heart rate, because you know how to handle it already. Like, for example, when you go into the deep sleep, your heart rate going down. And when you're asleep, you get into that state. There's no intention there. You let go and let God, as in Western say. Okay? So this need to be stopped. Or else you only contribute to disaster. Now, in today's, for Chinese kungfu and for Wing Chun, truth needs to be said. We don't want to screw our next generations. Without proper grades of VO2 max, as I put in this video, the must follow VO2 max based Wing Chun training standard. Reality is not Wing Chun movies. Okay? Without proper grades of VO2 max, there's no martial art. Martial art training are hard work, dedication, and perseverance. No make-believe on Qi Jing mind. Okay? Not to mention one have no idea what is that anyway. And one need to face this. Okay? Your VO2 max number. Well, which grade are you? Okay? Which grade are you? Poor, average, excellent? Which grade are you? Okay? So this is all scientific. Don't tell me that you have this Qi, that Qi by intention, and just Jing and everything, yet you have no idea on what is your VO2 max and have no idea what it is. That's why when Xi Xiaodong fight that Lei Lei, you see in Asia, in the young Chinese, be in the Taiwan, the MMA guys say, hey, you guys traditional Chinese martial art, you guys are just non-scientific at all. This is scientific, okay? Not like you believe that Tai Chi I can fight is Xi Xiaodong. You are kidding, okay? And like that guy Li Gang, who said, oh, Xi Xiaodong hop at him like a tiger, and suddenly his hand technique doesn't work. That exactly is this. That exactly is this. Okay? That exactly is this. Because that Li Gang who fights Xi Xiaodong is clueless on this. And the thinking is, sure, all this everybody know, okay? It's basic Wing Chun, it's concept. But they are clueless on this. But Xi Xiaodong have this developed because Xi Xiaodong practice MMA, train in MMA. This is sports science stuff, okay? So get this straight. If one do not want to end up like a, like a fool in front of the eyes of MMAs or other martial art today. Today is 2021. It's not up for everybody can sell snake oil, okay? So look at in China, what Xi Xiaodong do, why is people not even be able to talk, to defend themselves? Because they don't know. So it is like our uncle Bruce Lee said in this movie, Fist of Fury, I didn't have much education. Don't try to fool me. That's what Uncle Bruce Lee said, okay? Don't try to fool me on this nonsense, chi stuff, okay? If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you need to know the ancient theory, the ancient process, and get the scientific verification. Otherwise, you don't know, period, okay? So, Wing Chun brothers and sisters, the world is not going to wait for us. We have run out of time. Change now or vanish. You don't want to go there playing expert in the chi and all those kind of things. Okay? Get really details. You need to know the ancient theory, the ancient process, and then the scientific verifications. Meaning that you need to have the confirmations by science. Otherwise, forget about it. That is the reality. So at last, I want to share with you, Wing Chun, okay, Wing Chun. For me, after all the studies for past 40 years, when people ask me about Wing Chun, I send them to listen to Taja's I Walk Alone, the song, okay? Go try it in the YouTube. There's that you can check it out. The lyrics say, put all your angels on the edge. Keep all the roses, I'm not dead. I left the thorn under your bed. I never gone. Go tell the world I am still around. I did fly, I coming down. Waiting up in the heaven, I was never far from you. Spinning down, I feel your every move. Okay? So, Wing Chun is coming back, and it is coming back in the West because we now be able to map it into the sport science. Okay? Whatever Asia want to do, that's their problem. But in the West, we know solidly, we know the ancient theory, we know the ancient process, we know how to map into sport science, we know. And we be able to verify with this. Heart rate variability, heart rate, VO2 max. If you want to talk about Qi, we know what it is. We have the technology to make it happen, and everyone be able to develop it. Because this is engineering stuff, okay? It's a technology we develop. So this is what I'd like to share with you today. Stop those guessing stuff, and stop playing self-righteous without even know what is going on and what, why, how, and have handling on the technology. Those are not the teaching of ancient Chinese. The ancient Chinese say, if I don't know, I say I don't know. If I know, I say I know. If I don't know, I can learn. I can ask. I will not cover up my weakness, make believe or pretend that I'm somebody who know it all, but actually clueless